Good afternoon. Welcome to the May 26, 2022 hearing of the Seminole County, Florida Code Enforcement Board. Before we begin, I'd like to advise everyone about the procedures that govern appearances before the Code Enforcement Board. This meeting is open to the public under Florida's Government and Sunshine Law. Therefore, every effort will be made to hear all persons having relevant evidence or arguments to offer. It is required that every person who appears before the Code Enforcement Board needs to be registered with the clerk to the Code Enforcement Board. The cases where the respondents are present and signed in will be heard first. You will be sworn in or affirmed by the clerk to the Code Enforcement Board. Once all cases where the respondents are present have been heard, the Code Enforcement Board will hear cases remaining as they appear on the agenda. When your case is called, please be seated at the table reserved for respondents. That's this table up here. You just take a seat in one of those two seats. The county will present their case when the respondents. The county will present their case, and when the respondents will be allowed to present their case. Additionally, please limit your comments to only information relating to this case. Each party may question witnesses offered on behalf of the other party. Additionally, staff members may question those appearing before the Code Enforcement Board. The Code Enforcement Board will then make their decision based upon the evidence and testimony as presented by both parties. All proceedings before the Code Enforcement Board are electronically recorded. Please speak directly into the microphone at the center of the table and state your name clearly before presenting your case. Should you need assistance due to a hearing impairment or language barrier, please inform the clerk upon registration. All cell phones and other electronic devices are to be turned off or silenced inside the chambers. Thank you for your cooperation. And we will go ahead and get started. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll call for us, please?
Catherine Townsend.
Present.
Dudley Bates. Lori Patton.
Present.
Don Peterson. Dennis Warren.
Here.
Jane Haynes.
Here.
Yvette Brown. Here.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and start and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And then if you're here to give any testimony today, please remain standing and the clerk will swear you in. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could you remain standing and raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth? Thank you.
Okay, this time we usually revise the agenda to put those that are present in the order where we take you first, but everybody that's on the agenda is present today, which is a great thing. That being said, we'll start with case number 1, which is, it's agenda item number 1, which is case number 21-88 CEB, Tawny L. Johnson, 131 Salem Street, Altamont Springs, 32701. If you're here for that case, if you could please step up to the table. Again, the officer will present your case and let you know when you're able to present. Officer Hurd, whenever you're ready.
South Region Code Enforcement Officer Hurd for the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. For the record, I'm submitting a copy of this presentation to the clerk as Exhibit 1. This is case number 2188 CEB, Tony Johnson, at 131 Salem Street in Altamont Springs. The violation charge is Seminole County Code, Chapter 95, Section 95.4, is defined in 95.3A. Useless material or any items no longer fit to be used, including but not limited to trash, paper, cardboard, metal, lumber, glass, bedding, crockery, household appliances, motor vehicle, etc. Initial inspection on this case was November of 2020. Notice to the respondent 323, compliance date 8/20. Follow-up inspections, the last one being yesterday, and the useless material remains on the property. This image was taken by myself on November 10th, 2020. These were taken by our alert on 12/22/2020. These were taken by myself on March 23rd, 2021. These were taken by myself yesterday. He has done so much work. It looks great back there. He's just got a few more things that he needs to get taken care of. It is suggested by the code enforcement officer that based on the testimony and evidence presented in this case, it is determined that the respondent, Tony Johnson, is the owner of the property located at 131 Salem Street, in possession or control of the property and in violation of Seminole County Code, Chapter 95, Section 95.4 is defined in 95.3A. I'm asking the board to order the respondent to correct the violation on or before August 5th, 2022 by removing the remaining useless items. If the respondent does not comply with the order, a fine of $100 per day be imposed for each day the violation continues or is repeated after compliance. Again, he has done so much work. He had to get some permitting done to get a shed put up to put his items in. So I'm sure by that day, and I talked to him yesterday, and he said he should have it done by this date, actually. Thank you. That concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Any questions for Officer Hurd? Seeing none, sir, this is your opportunity to speak. Do you pronounce your first name Tony or Tony?
Tony.
Tony. Okay. This is your opportunity to speak to the violations and what you just said.
Well, the violation was there, and it would have been done, but getting permits and getting the building built, I just ain't had time to complete it because of it took a while for it to get the doors, and then I just got that, and then I just got the final inspection for the building, like on the 10th of this month, and the 17th I got the final where I can put the stuff inside. So and I'm working by myself, moving the stuff. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. She told me to get the old buildings permitted. I couldn't, I didn't see no fit to do that. It was best for me to build another building, so I had a building built. And I just need a little bit more time to finish up.
Do you think you can get it done by August 5th, which is the date that she put up there?
Well, I can try, but that's all I can say. I can try.
It's like 2.5 months.
Yeah, but I should be able to do it.
Any other questions? No? I will say this, it's seldom do we have a case where the officer comes in commending all the work that somebody has done prior to giving her case. Usually it's the other way around. So thank you for what you've done so far, whatever that may be. The board appreciates that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with, at first I was mad about it, but in a way she did me a favor because I got the building I wanted anyway. So it's no big deal.
Anybody have a motion?
I have a motion to table this until the August meeting to make sure he's done it, so in case something does trip him up, he doesn't have an automatic set of fines accruing? So that's my motion.
Second that.
Okay. Motion by Ms. Patton, second by Ms. Townsend to table this until our, when's our meeting?
Whatever the August one is.
August 4th is the meeting? August 24th? Till our August 24th meeting. Any discussion on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's what we've done. We've tabled it until August 24th. That's even more time.
Okay.
Just work steadily to get it done. When you get it done, call Officer Hurd out to make sure she clears it. And again, you will have to come back here because we're going to have the meeting on August 24th to discuss where you're at that point. Hopefully, you'll be done and we can close this out.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you for coming in today and all the work you've done.
Okay, thank you.
Brings us to item number 2 on the agenda, case number 22-15 CEB, William and Lisa J. Gore, 400 Ridgewood Street, Altamont Springs, 32701. And state your names for the record, please.
Lisa Gore?
Juan Romanowski.
Okay, and,
Her father.
okay, thank you. Officer Hurd.
Dorothy Hurd, South Region Code Enforcement Officer for the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. For the record, I'm submitting a copy of this presentation to the clerk as Exhibit 1. This is case 2215 CEB, William and Lisa Gore. The property address is 400 Ridgewood Street in Altamont Springs. The violation charged Seminole County Land Development Code, Chapter 30, Sections 30.202 and 204, auto repair on R1A zone property, not a permitted use or use allowed by special exception. Initial inspection on this property was March 1st, 2021, with notice to the respondent 4/6 and 4/27, compliance date 4/23 and 5/14. Follow-up inspections, I've had several, my last being on May 12th, and the auto repair had ceased on the R1AA property. These are just going to be some photos taken by myself. These were taken on March 1st, 2021, May 5th, and May 17th, 2021. This was taken on October 6, 2021. And these were taken on January 5th, 2022. This was taken on February 14, 2022. Based on the testimony and evidence presented in this case, it is determined that the respondents, William H. Gore and Lisa Gore, are the owners of the property located at 400 Ridgewood Street in Seminole County, in possession or control of the property, and was in violation of Seminole County Land Development Code, Chapter 30.202 and 203. I'm asking the board to issue an order that the respondents did correct the violation on or before May 12, 2022 by ceasing the auto repair on the property, but if the respondent repeats the violation after today's date, order a fine in the amount of $100 per day be imposed. Thank you. That concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Any questions for Officer Hurd? I have one. The violation is strictly to them running the auto business as opposed to all the stuff that was out there?
Well, that's a different case.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but this one is specifically, they were doing auto repair.
Which is now in compliance?
Yes, I haven't seen it in a while, but
Okay.
I just like to get an order, so if it starts again, the
Sure.
fine would start automatically.
Okay, very good. Ms. Gore, this is your opportunity to speak on behalf of this, either one of you.
If I could address each one of these photographs,
Okay.
it might make things a little bit quicker and simpler.
You do understand that she's found you in compliance at this
Yes.
point?
The The vehicles in question have all been moved or removed, all except for the pickup truck that was mentioned in here, or that was photographed in here. The owner of that pickup truck has been notified to pick it up, but he is out of state currently. So we have to wait for him to come back into the state to pick it up. Any vehicle that is on the property at this moment, aside from that pickup truck, is serviceable, meaning it will drive, it will run. You could step in the car, turn the key and start it up. It's unfortunate we have 4 families living in the house. And each one has their own car. As a matter of fact, I have 2 cars. My car is not running simply because I'm incapable of driving. I just had heart surgery, and the medication I'm on, I don't think I should be behind the wheel. So I'm forced to have somebody else drive me. So that vehicle sits. It doesn't go anywhere. There's a Dodge on the property that belongs to, well, actually it's registered to Lisa, but it is driven by Tim, her boyfriend. Tim is currently in rehab right now, so that vehicle has not been moved in quite a while. But it is also drivable. The other 2 cars on the property is a Honda, which is mine, which is used every day, a Jeep, which is Lisa's, which is used every day, and my son Paul has a Tahoe truck, which I don't see his anywhere in these pictures, probably because his is used every day as well. She probably just didn't come by while he was there. In any event, there is no business operated at that location. There is no repair work going on at that location because Tim is the one that does most of the repair work, and he's currently in rehab.
And it's not exactly a business, he just helps.
It's not a business that he's
friends.
running.
This is all,
He'll help fix, for example, my car when I had brake problems with it, things like that. But every vehicle that is at the location now is either owned, operated by a resident of the place, except for the pickup truck. That, which we've been trying to get rid of, we're trying to get the owner to come and get it off of the property. But being out of state, it's a little difficult to contact him. And I apologize for, I can't hear very well. Supposed to have a hearing aid, but it hasn't happened yet.
Thank you. Any questions for either party, for the respondents?
Is it understood that when Tim does come home, he can't fix cars at the property?
The only cars he'll be fixing will be ours.
Well, he can't just leave everything out and make it look like a shop out in the front yard.
we've been working on that because since he's moved in, we've been trying to organize an area specifically for his tools. And unfortunately, at that point in time, we've been trying to merge everybody, and we're working on finding
We just
a-
don't want that to happen in the future, okay? That's what we're asking for, and as long as it doesn't happen in the future, you're not going to have a problem.
Okay.
Anything else?
Motion to accept the staff's recommendation.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Patton, second by Ms. Hames to accept staff's recommendation as recommended. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So that's what we've done. Basically, just stay in compliance, and you'll be in good shape. And I don't know what else is going on. I did hear something about the vehicles and stuff, but that's a separate issue, so we're not here to talk about that today. But thank you for coming into compliance and coming in today, and I hope you feel better with your heart issue, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next case is agenda item number 3. That would be case number 22-17 CEB Bernoid Johnson, 111 Ford Avenue, Altamont Springs, Florida, 32701. If you're here for that case, please step up to the table. When you get seated, if you could identify yourself by name, please.
Johnson.
Is it Bernard?
Nord.
Bernard, okay, thank you. Officer Hurd.
South Region Code Enforcement for the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. My name is Officer Hurd. This is case, for the record, I'm submitting a copy of this presentation to the clerk as Exhibit 1. This is case number 2217 CEB Bernard Johnson. Initially, the violation is at 111 Ford Avenue, and the violation charge is Seminole County Code, Chapter 95, Section 95.4, as defined in 95.3A, which is useless materials no longer fit to be used, including the trash, paper, cardboard, metal, lumber, glass, dismantled motor pieces, etc. Initial inspection on this property was March 11, 2021. Notices to the respondent 10/11/21 and 12/13/21. Compliance date 10/29 and 12/31/21. Several follow-up inspections. My last inspection was the 24th of May of this year, and there was still remaining some material on the property. Okay, these images were taken by myself on March 11, 2021. There's an appliance, engine parts. These were taken by myself again on March 11, 2021. These were taken by myself on 12/1/2021. There's a car part, a basket of clothes, which he said didn't belong to him, but next photo. This is where, these were taken on May 16, 2022. These were taken on the 16th, where you can see there's appliance, there's wood, there's just an array of different things. These were taken on the 24th, 2022. Based on the testimony and evidence presented in this case, Bernard Johnson is the owner of the property located at 111 Ford Avenue in Seminole County, in possession or control of the property and in violation of Seminole County Code, Chapter 95, Section 95.4, as defined in 95.3A. I'm asking the board to order respondents to correct the violation on or before midnight of June 10, 2022 by removing the useless materials from the property. If the respondent does not comply with the order, a fine of $100 per day be imposed for each day the violation continues or is repeated after compliance. Thank you. That concludes my presentation.
Thank you. Any questions for Officer Hurd? I wouldn't have, what type of, it looks like you first sighted this back in October of last year. What type of progress, if any, have you seen on this property?
When I went by on the 24th, there was quite a bit in the front that had been taken care of, but down on the side of the property, like there, he had still some items there. It's just wood, there's an appliance back there, just stuff, but it's gotten better. It's gotten somewhat better in the front.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Johnson, this is your opportunity to speak on behalf of this or anything the officer just presented.
Yes, sir. Now all that gone. My truck is out there. That blue truck is out there. It's running. And all that right there, all that gone. That right there, it gone. But see, all that gone. Cause I try to keep my brother from back there. Cause see, when I'm not there, or if I'm there, or late at night, he'll come by there. And then if you look, where them clothes at, them ain't mine. Them wasn't mine, them heels. He was, he did that right there, that's not mine. And every time I tell him, he can't have that junk out there. When I tell him this, cause see, like I said, I be wanting to bust him in the head, you know what I'm saying, but I can't do that. So I tell him to move it, he'll walk away. And right there, that transmission, I had to buy a brand new transmission to go in my truck. That ain't there. Cause I had to buy one. And I fix my own cars. I'm a certified mechanic. I fix my own. I'm certified. And the blue truck, well, they parked out there. And the Drake truck, I get sick too. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I get sick too. I'm not in a better health. And sometimes you might see a little trash here, a little trash over there, because I do be sick. You know what I'm saying? And this trailer, it been gone. That trailer been gone. And like I said, you know what I'm saying? It's just the things I go through with, and all that, everything on this here is gone. Even that refrigerator, well, it's under my shelf. But for the rest of it, the motor, that motor right there, I put it in my stepmom truck, and it's under my carport. And I'm trying to move. I get better. I'm trying to move it if I get better. But now
Mr. Johnson, how much time do you think you need to make Miss Hurd happy?
man, right now, it's all mine done now.
Okay.
I got pictures in my phone to show you everything done.
I want to make sure I understand. You were there Tuesday,
On the 24th, yes, ma'am.
and all of that was still there on Tuesday?
The photographs that dated 24th, yeah. He had, like I said, he has done quite a bit there. But on the right side of the house, down the side, there were still some items remaining.
But he's saying that today that's gone.
Yes, that's what he said, yes.
Does your brother live with you?
No, ma'am. I live by myself.
He
The
just
one that
he
passed-
just
He just
delivers you
leave-
presents a lot, huh?
He just
Yeah.
leaves his stuff
cause he-
there.
Yeah, because he when my God rest dead, my other brother passed. You know what I'm saying? That he used to get on him about that, about bringing stuff in here. See, and then about a week before my brother passed, he had a lot of stuff out there. I had to call the police.
Officer
know,
Hurd,
'cause-
so if
You have
the
a
side,
challenge.
Yes, ma'am.
go
Sorry.
ahead.
No, I was just telling him he has a challenge.
So if the side of the house has in fact been cleaned up, is he in compliance now?
If it's done like he said it is, I'll have to go back by there and check. I can't say if he's in compliance now or not.
Yeah, I can show him on my phone. I took pictures.
Don't do that, because if you show them the phone, then the county gets to keep your phone. Why don't you just decide on a date, and then you all make an appointment, and she can do a walkthrough with you, so there's no misunderstanding, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Really, I can say it's done.
Okay.
It's already done, man. I ain't
Pick a
got nothing
date for
against
him,
that.
and then the officer
Well,
will
I
make an
think
appointment.
she had given him till June 10th, so I would make the motion, we table this to the June meeting.
There's no
There's
meeting in
no-
June.
Oh,
July.
that's right, hello, I forgot about that, to the July meeting then. So that you have time to go out and check and see.
Well, see, so if you pick the date June 10th, and she goes out, she can close out the case.
Right.
So you don't need to bring him back or
Oh,
her
okay.
back.
Let's do that.
There's no fine assessed if he's in compliance before June 10th. If he's not, then she can still tell him what needs to be done, and he has time to come into compliance. Okay. I think that might be a better suggestion than bringing everyone back.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So is that a motion?
I'm going to motion to accept staff's recommendation, because if he says he's in compliance, then we're good.
Yeah.
And everybody's fine.
I'd second that.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So what we've done, if you're in compliance, you're in good shape. If you're not, you got till June 10th to get it done and let her know, and then you'll be good from there. Please understand one thing. I know you got brothers involved and all this kind of stuff. The property's in your name, so the
Yes,
buck
sir.
stops with you.
I know,
Okay,
sir.
all right.
I feel you. But
So make sure we're clear on
I
that.
understand that.
Okay.
But like I said, even when I got there, I have to have the police come out there, by my house. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep my brother, cause he like I said, I'm not able to. I don't want to be fixing with him because I go to jail.
Right?
So, but I rather call the police and have him, just leave, just leave for a while, or clean his mess up, or what he already done.
Okay, sounds like you're in good shape. Sounds like you've
Yes, sir.
got it done.
I'm all in good shape.
If you're not, you got till June 10th.
No, sir, it's all this gone.
Thank you for taking care of all that, and thank you
All
for coming
of
in
it gone.
today.
Ms.
Appreciate
Hurd,
it.
can you go check on that?
I will.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Just me time, anytime.
Okay.
Anytime she get ready.
Next case, we have two cases, same respondent. We'll, I guess we'll just hear them back to back. Agenda item number 4, which is case number 21-68, CEB Narcissus Bratcher Ayers, 1151 Pine Street, Altamont Springs, Florida, 32701. And then on the next page, agenda item, case number 19-69 CEB Narcissus Bratcher Ayers, 1151 Pine Street, Altamont Springs, 32701. Officer Hurd, who's here for that case, please? And after you get seated, please identify yourself.
Willie Bratcher.
Shamara Haywood Bratcher.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Shamara Haywood Bratcher.
Thank you. Okay, Officer Hurd, whenever you're ready.
Dorothy Hurd, this is case number 1968 CEB Narcissus Bratcher at 1151 Pine Street in Altamont Springs. The case was originally heard by the Code Enforcement Board on April 25th, 2019, and an order was giving the respondent's compliance date of May 10th. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the Code Enforcement Officer after reinspection on May 14th. An affidavit of compliance was filed by myself after reinspection on May 21st. On September 26, 2019, the Code Enforcement Board reduced the fine to administrative costs to be paid within 30 days. These costs were not paid within a time frame specified, and the fine reverted to the original amount. An affidavit of repeat violation was filed by myself after a reinspection on August 24, 2021. On January 27, 2022, Code Enforcement issued an order continuing this case until February of 2022. On February 24th, the Code Enforcement Board issued an order continuing this case until March 2022. On March 9th, a letter was sent to the respondent continuing the case until the May 26th hearing. An affidavit of compliance was filed by Code Enforcement Officer Hill, I believe, after reinspection on March 24, 2022. So based on the findings and facts, conclusions of law and order issued on April 25, 2019, the Code Enforcement Board issued an order imposing a fine in the amount of $42,000 for 212 days of repeat violation from August 24, 2021 through and including March 24 at $200 per day. Now, they are in compliance. I do have my affidavit of costs, which is $221.60 for this case.
Okay, let's go ahead and hear the next one, and then we'll come back and address them each individually.
Okay. And the next case is 1969 CEB Narcissus Bratcher Ayers at 1151 Altamont Springs, Florida. Basically the same information from the previous case, and my affidavit of cost on this case also is $221.60. And I'm giving a copy of these affidavits to the clerk as Exhibits 1 and 2.
Does the clerk have administrative call?
I don't know.
She does not have them prepared.
All right, so what you're doing today is you have a situation where the property was in violation, the property is now in compliance, but there was a time period where a fine accrued, and so you're being asked by the county to consider imposing that amount. If you choose not to impose the full amount, the county has provided you with an alternative, which is to cover their administrative cost. And then the final, I'm sorry, did somebody say something? Oh, okay. And then your final option is you can also choose to waive any cost or fines. But the property is currently in compliance.
And the cost was $221
$60 for each
for
case.
each.
And we made it clear, since you weren't here. We made it clear we were reducing.
I got you.
So we'll hear the first case first, which is case number 21-68 CEB. And let me just state that I would strongly oppose any waiver of fines. The Bratchers have come before me over the many years I've been on this board, way many times before any other person. Is that a fairly true statement, you believe? They've had other cases other than this. Now, keeping in mind you're in compliance, good stuff, and the board may go ahead and consider the administrative costs, but frankly, I'm getting tired of seeing y'all come, not because I don't like you, but
Yes, sir.
at some point, it's got to stop here. So, again, thank you for coming in compliance. So that's the first one we're going to look at. The recommendation is $42,000 in a lien, or $221.60 in administrative costs, or waive the fines. So if there's any motion or discussion on that.
I think you need to let them address it. Give them a chance to address it.
I sure do, thank you. The Bratchers, please, this is your opportunity. She corrects me whenever I need to be corrected, so that the floor is yours.
First, I want to apologize to you if you didn't think I got on your nerves in the past, but see, I'm not used to I had no understanding. Oh, when we leave here, when they say it's Wade, that means Wade to me. I never knew you had to pay a court cost or a fine or anything. Now, I got a couple issues though, you know what I'm saying, but I was going to see where you was going to go with it first. Now, you brought up about when other fines came in, came to clean the property off. No, you can't, a county road off. Number two, where them trucks at, and all that stuff, I sit back all cool with it. That ain't my property, that's the road. But I figured like, each time I came here, there was some kind of money supposed to have been paid. And I didn't know that. I'm willing to weigh that mess, and I'll pay each time that I came, because it was like $300 here. I didn't know it. You took it back to $3,000. That's how this mess got out of proportion. How can you have two fines going in one? You say I got 1151 Pine Street. You got two things going in one. In compliance means not in compliance. Just like that man showed his junk on there. Yeah, Carl. How can you separate it? Actually, you separate none at all, but you separate mine. And I'm not arguing. I just want to put that point out there to you. Now, you want to put some pictures up real quick and go back to it. Best thing you could have did was when you got a tow truck, kind of, and towed that mess up out of there. Because that was the road. Just like it was before. That glass was in the road. That's why you came out and got it out. Code enforcement and, what you call them? DCF. They come out. Because I was endangering my kids. Glass all over the yard. So, same thing when we talked before. You was here. I said, well, who can I talk to about you all endangering my kids with all that glass in the road? That's a roadway. See, I just took, because you see the white car there, that truck was there, here and there. I just let it went, be cool, but you ran him out the courtroom, I should have told you then. But me and her, we have beef against each other for the longest. Whenever you come in up here, I get kind of out of whack here and there, you go back to 2015, 2013, 2017. Just what is it? It's 2022. This was a hand. This is what a hand. I'm not arguing. You know what I'm saying? But when you throw a metaphor up at you, when I say a thing, it's Wade, I'm out the door, I'm happy, I'm kicking my feet. But I didn't know I had to pay money, and them things rolled out back over.
Mr. Bratcher.
I'm at fault for sub, you know what I'm saying, for not paying the court costs each time I came. And believe me, I ain't happy about coming out here and seeing your face either, sir. And it gotta stop, the buck stop here. It ain't gonna be in compliance, we won't have this problem no more.
Mr. Bratcher, it's important that you understand you are in compliance.
No.
You are in compliance right now. You owe some money because these good people who work for the county have been dealing with your mess.
Wait a minute.
That's who we need to get paid.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
you owe that money, and
Hold on.
I was here, I want to remind you, we made it very clear to you that
ma'am.
we were reducing the big fine
Yes,
down
we
to
reduced-
administrative costs.
Exactly. All the way down to.
And you were supposed to pay it within
know.
30 days.
I did not.
I told you that myself.
I did not know. I swear, ma'am, I did not know.
You know why? Because you were yelling at me, and maybe you didn't hear
I
me.
apologize to you sometimes, and I'm
Okay.
back now, over talking. I apologize.
Okay.
Now, if I'm at something, I'll pay the cost. I'm saying we won't have this problem no more.
How much time do you need? How much time do you need to pay the administrative costs?
Wait, we gotta have understanding first now. Put them back. Tell me what the cost is for each one of them times that I came for them court costs. Not them fines, miss. Give me a total cost right now.
440,
How much?
442, $442 for two different violations.
For that.
In total?
That's it.
That's all I owe you.
That's it.
For both cases you're here
Pay that on
today,
the
that's
first.
the total.
Okay,
Actually, it's
okay.
443.
What about this mess in the past? I owe you anything in the past?
No, if you don't pay that, it reverts back to
I'll be paying that on the
42,000.
first.
$442, and we ain't
On
got to
the
see each other
first
no more.
Wednesday coming up Tuesday.
Well, if you
No,
don't reoffend, you won't see us anymore. I have yet to see that happen, but that'd be good stuff.
Tuesday.
Took away
Can I,
60
can
cents.
I, can I,
Say thank you.
thank you for number one.
Well,
Mr. Earl.
Well, we haven't voted yet.
Yeah, let
Hey,
us,
boy, you know I love you. You know I love you.
Hang on.
let us finish.
We won't have the problem no
Just
more.
so that, I took
got
away the
no-
60 cents, and the county okay with that?
Oh, yes.
Okay, I just,
I
because I
knew
didn't do
you
your
did.
math. Yeah, okay. So, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we accept the staff's recommendation for the administrative costs of the two violations at $421 apiece.
No, 220,
I mean,
442
I know, I
total.
can't see, I don't have my glasses. 221 times two, right? Okay.
Correct.
All right, that's what I'm making a motion that we
To be
do.
paid within 30 days.
To be paid within 30 days.
Yes, ma'am.
Is-
I got it.
30.
Yes, ma'am.
Second.
Don't snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat here.
I'm going to pay it Tuesday.
I got you.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor,
And I seconded it.
okay, by Ms. Hames, second by Ms. Patton, to accept staff's recommendation, however, changing the amount to be paid to $442, which would be $221 for each case, to be paid within 30 days, or it reverts back to the same
30.
recommended amount.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
221 times 2 is 442.
I don't owe you nothing else after that. We did, right?
As long as you keep,
As long as you keep the yard clean.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know, move that lien mess that I be seeing on my property thing when I be seeing it up there right now.
It'll disappear.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You just got to keep the yard clean.
We will.
We're just talking about these cases before, we're just talking about these cases before us, okay?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And these are the two cases we're talking about right now,
Yes.
okay? I don't know what else you got going on here.
You said everything.
No, sir. Sir, just
Everything on these,
these two cases here today. That's all we're hearing about today.
Right. Oh, be quiet.
we don't know about the others.
Just, you need to.
You don't know anything.
You have a motion
we've
and a
got a
second.
motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? That's what we've done. The cases you're here for today, and it's listed out. You can take, if you don't have an agenda, there's one out, you can take it with you, and you can read all that on there. But that's what we've done. $442 in that stuff goes away. If you've got something else going on,
I don't know what you got going on. Is anything?
Sir, you need to talk to the county.
we don't know.
That's
No,
what-
I'm not talking.
So you're done with this?
Your kids are here. Thank you very much. Good luck. Good luck. All right, move on.
I think I just shut in the wall on it then. Now you say each
Moving
one,
on.
baby, chill, please. I'm
You're
sorry.
done. You can walk away.
Each thing, you say each one.
Agenda item number 6. That's case number 22-19 CEB.
Can I ask you a question, ma'am?
Milton Bowie, Curtis Bowie et al., 2211 South Ronald Reagan Boulevard, Altamont Springs, 32701. If you're here for that case, if you could please step up to the podium.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, that case was not being heard by the board because it complied prior.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yeah, everything else on your agenda has come into compliance or has been withdrawn.
Beautiful.
So you can go down to page 7 of 7, where you need to do items 9, 10, and 11.
Okay, item 9, approval of the minutes of the April 28th, 2022 meeting. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Hames, second, who's second, Ms. Townsend? Second by Ms. Townsend. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The confirmation, next meeting date, July 28th, 2022. Any issues with that? Before I adjourn, is there any business that I've missed?
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Thank you for your indulgence here. I just wanted to bring to your attention, you might have noticed a lot of your cases were withdrawn this month. We did update the definition of junk vehicles, and so we now can use as evidence if you do not have a tag on the vehicle, that can be used as evidence for a junk vehicle. And we also added boats, vessels to that definition.
When does the no tag take effect?
So it happened a little quicker than we thought, and that's why we had to withdraw the cases, so it's in effect now.
Okay.
And so all of the previous cases, we had to withdraw so they can be processed under the new definition. So-
Mary Moskowitz.
Mary Moskowitz,
Okay.
yes, planning manager for the record.
Okay,
Yeah, so just so you guys know, that's what's going on.
okay.
No,
Well,
they
maybe
have,
they all come into
they
compliance
have
before
to,
then.
they have to restart noticing them, so it'll make the
Might make it short.
December long.
Very good, thank you. Anything else before I ask for a motion to adjourn? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Patton, second by Ms. Hames. To adjourn, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Wonderful. We'll see you at the next meeting in July, I guess.
Hallelujah.
Like extended
We've never been out to
summer.
Surrey.
That was really good, 'cause you don't usually get all your